Do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey?
Kogonada is just, he's so brilliant and he's such a genius and he's so lovely.
The whole experience was just absolute magic every single day.
My car won't start.
It's a combination of Kogonada, it's the material, it's, I think, people wanting to be part of something special.
He's all the things you want in the person that you're going to follow in a big, beautiful journey like making a movie.
What really sparked for me when I read the script was how playful everything felt. And even though they go through really emotional moments, there's a spirit of play in it. Like, in some ways, to get through the baggage of their lives, they have to play it out.
Kogonada, he is the most kind, compassionate, gentle soul. He has such a command of the crew because I think everybody just, cares about him and his sort of kindness.
The idea of working with Kay again was just very exciting for me. I was directed by him on a film called After Yang that he had adapted from a short story, and I'd had a beautiful time working with him. He's just so wonderful. He's so smart, and he's such a cinephile, but he just has a deep love for it. Like, it really means a lot to him.
His wealth of knowledge about films and filmmakers is insane. What he notices about films and what he notices about filmmakers, it's clearly so additive to who he is as a director now.
He gives very little direction. The direction he gives is so specific to you as an actor, but he gives very little. There's such a joy in the revelations that can take place when you go to work sometimes and you don't know what's going to happen next.
He's creative and he's fluid and all these kind of things, but at the same time, he knows what he's doing. He's got a handle on all of it. He knows what it's going to be. I love a visual spectacle, and we've got the magical realism elements in this film.
I wanted to not be in front of like a green screen, and I really wanted to avoid a heavily VFX kind of world. And Benjamin Loeb is someone I worked with in my last film. I always tell him to watch these certain films, and of course, we share a lot of the same sensibilities. Then I started telling him about anime, like, can we bring that spirit into a film like this? And he got really excited about that. And then Katie Byron, our production designer, very much, of that spirit and loves anime.
What is that?
At the start, when we were in rehearsal, myself and Margot and Kay, and I was saying, do we as characters reference how strange it is and that it's otherworldly and unnatural and magical and all this? And we're kind of like, no, we just gotta go for it. These characters they're at such a stage of desperation that they actually just go with what's presented to them.
They're not sitting there being like, oh, what's happening? Why is my GPS talking to me? And they're not picking at the threads of what's happening. They're going on this journey. They're kind of really succumbing to it and really throwing themselves into it. I think she and he know they need this. When their GPS says, do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey? It's like, yes, I have to, I need to, something needs to change in my life.
Should we be trusting the GPS?
I have nothing to lose.
Me neither.
My agent called and said there's this brilliant script and Colin Farrell's doing it. And I've been wanting to work with Colin for so long, and I was like, okay, let me read it. And I read it, and it was just undeniable. I couldn't let that opportunity pass me by. It was just the most brilliant script and hit me on so many levels. I couldn't say no to it.
So we gave it to Margot, and I can honestly say, 30 years doing this, it was the fastest yes of any project I've ever been involved. I think we gave it to her on a Tuesday, and Friday she was in.
Colin he has a beautiful body of work, and it's varied, and we've seen him do a lot of things, but I've never seen him do so many different things within one role. And this role allows for him to just stretch in ways that I just haven't seen him. He's just giving so much, and he's really surrendering to the material in a way that's inspiring.
The costumes from Arjun, the cinematography from Ben, everything I'm seeing, the still photographs I'm seeing from the set are so beautiful. The film is so beautiful looking. The beauty of these moments that are so almost mundane, and yet in those moments are the very joys and the very magics of the experience of being a human for however long we get this gift.
for me, as I think about my own relationships and needing to evolve, you realize how much you have to deal with your past, how much you have to contend with who you used to be or moments in your life that are still present and still contesting your own ability to move forward.
This is a movie where literally our main protagonists have the chance to walk through a door and confront something they did that they might not have liked about themselves at the time, and really sit in that, and in some cases even right some wrongs. I think a great movie should be so many things, or, the way life is.
How do you want this to end?
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joe Blow remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.